Hi everyone, it's Ray from String with another racket restringing tutorial yet again. What a surprise, huh? I haven't done many any badminton videos. I actually have a whole bunch from many months ago that I never put back on. It is approaching 11 p.m. at night. I'm feeling it. We'll do this one and we'll catch some Zeds. Anyway, today's racket is the Babolat Pure Strike 97. The latest of the 97s. I think there was a 97 VS. But this is the latest one. I believe it's 2025. If I'm not mistaken. I should really Google these things before, shouldn't I? But anyway, hopefully I'm close enough. Client wants £50 on the natural gut mains with a mix of polyester Kirschbaum. So what's 50? We're gonna go 54.4 on the mains, and then we will drop £2 as they want 48 on the crosses, but we'll up. The racket's brand new. You may not be able to tell from that angle, but it still has the plastic on the grip, so that would suggest it's brand new, never been strung, and I can tell by the grommets as well how they're not pointing in any kind of direction, which they seem to always face either horizontal or vertically, a little bit at least, slightly angled once a racket has been strung at least once. So there you have it. Natural gut on the mains. Always nice to see a little bit of natural gut, not gonna lie. Beautiful string to play with, but very expensive. Can't get wet. And it's not cat gut, cat intestines, it's cow, for those of you who think that in 2025 they're using cat or any other animal. No, they use cow intestines. As always guys, 3 to each side. Client doesn't want any pre-stretch. What is the pre-stretch? Pre-stretch is when the machine does, I will show you. You may not be able to see it exactly. I'll move the camera for this actually. So preset looks a bit like this. Just to set an example. Let's slightly move the camera for that. Oh, actually, you probably would have seen it. There you go. Just watch the tension head. How it's going to pull once, it'll go back into place, and it will pull again. So what that does is helps keep tension for a bit longer with the natural guts. Pre-stretch, I would say, is completely pointless on any other string. I have people coming to me asking me for pre-stretch on poly, and it's such a joke. It really is. They haven't obviously done their maths. So I'm not, I don't know if you guys picked up on that, but I'm not used to the pre-stretch, and I don't know if you guys caught it, but if you go back ever so slightly, you'll see I let go of the clamp far too early. So luckily it's just at the start, so a little bit of a schoolboy error for me, but it's okay. It's early days. I know that it's not really going to lose any tension because it pulled again as well. Now I have to wait. It's my natural habit to pull, clamp, go. I will pre-stretch the rest of the racket, in fact, for that little hiccup to compensate, so I don't want to go back again. It's too late at night. It'll be okay. No one's ever going to know. Just you people who watch on here. My client may never know either, because he may not know that this is his racket. There's other people that play with this setup. Very rare, but anyway. This exact setup, but just takes longer as well, which is a little bit annoying. Alright, I'll pre-stretch until 6. Remember guys, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Always, 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 always. 3 to each side. Always. the camera back, I'll do this one last pre-stretch actually and go back to normal. Just takes longer. Well, it must be to play with natural gut all the time. I've played a few times with it and it is beautiful, I have to say. It is really, really beautiful. Zoom in a little bit. What do you guys think? How's that? Alright, cool. Alright, pre-stretch off. Is it bad? You might be thinking, oh, we started with pre-stretch. It's okay. The other one was strong without pre-stretch, so if anything, this one might be 0.01 tighter. No one's ever going to feel the difference. Well, saying that, you have some pros or some people are just... I mean, I'm probably one of them. I'd never let anyone string my racket pretty much since I learned how to string. Obviously, some tournaments before the pro stringer ever was invented. If you have a little look online, you'll find the world's smallest electronic portable stringing machine. Let me know if you want one or need one. I can get you a little discount. Nothing to jump up and down about, but yeah. Just a little hair, not hair, but up your tension on the last one. 20%, guys, as always. 20%. For those of you that are just starting out, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip 1, 7. Skip 1, 8 on this racket. Just watch out because the bottom might be different sometimes. On this racket, it is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip 1, 7. Skip 1, 8. So this racket is same skipping in regards to the holes, or also known as grommets. Be careful with the awl, guys. The awl can be your best friend or your worst enemy. Just keep an eye on that. Parnell knot. No need to pull too hard, especially with natural gut. The last thing you want to do is pop a set of natural gut. You have to string another 2 rackets to pay it back. So we got what, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip a hole. 7. And that's almost our mains done. So we made it another day, guys. Put your tension up, 20%. Been trading a lot more lately since my wrist is better, but I'm feeling it again. And definitely tired. Hour and a half of tennis yesterday. And then the gym. 40-ish minutes in the gym. I'm pretty broken. Where am I going? I can tell I'm tired. I was contemplating on not doing this video, but then I saw the natural gut just laying on the floor and I'm like, I should have put it back in the package, and I think I threw away the package. But anyway, regardless, I could have tidied it up. You don't want to leave natural gut out and around your stringing premises for long because it'll get caught on something, it'll have a little kink in it or whatever it might be. But you just, you do half a racket or whatever it is with natural gut, put it back in its set, or put it somewhere safe if you're not going to use it for a while. Don't leave it laying around, as I did kind of, but it was left around on the side. But eventually I thought I need to get this out of the way. Busy? Not too busy. Okay, I don't stop stringing rackets most of the day, but I'm just doing it right now. I'm looking at 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 17 rackets, 18, 17, 18 rackets a string, 17 rackets. I believe there is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a half, which is not bad at all considering November. Weather's shitty in London now. Actually, I take that back. It is not that bad. For November the 12th, which is today, not that bad at all. I mean, today we're looking at 15 degrees Celsius. Alexa, what is 15 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? Alexa? Alexa, how much is 15 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit?
15 degrees Celsius is 59 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, scratching 60. Yeah, it's okay. Normally I would say we're maybe at least 4 or 5 degrees cooler this time of year. What is going on here, man? Okay, so we've got a... Alright, so it's quite a thin beam, so that would make a little bit of sense. I mean, it's not a problem. But the thinner the beam, well, maybe I'm completely wrong in saying this. Because, normally it's not a problem. Okay, there we go. So I don't think, because it's quite thin here, but it's actually thicker here. So guys, remember when you're pulling the string, right hand pulling that string. Don't let those strings burn each other. It's called friction, guys. Drop the 2 pounds, pretty much 53 and a half. Okay. All right. If you're asking yourself why am I weaving a second string, so I've already got this one. This one's ready to go. But I then again weave another one. It's called stringing one ahead, one in front. Makes this weave, so the weave I'm doing now makes it much easier. The tension only gets higher and higher, of course, with every string you pull. So the racket in a hole, or the string bed in a hole, gets tighter and tighter, which means you've got less space to push down. So the more strings we pull, the harder it all gets. So instead of nice and easy on the first ones, we end up like this by the time we get to the bottom, when it comes to weaving. So yeah, don't think I'd done a video on this one, so I thought, oh, it's a good chance. Client brought 2 exactly the same, brand new. Lots of same strings set up, same tension. This wouldn't be a very popular racket, I'd imagine. 97 square inch. I think, at least in the modern day, tennis, modern technology, etc., 97 square inches are pretty much done. There was a lot of hype with the Federer 97, as you'd imagine. Anything that man touches, everybody wants, even if it's not right for them. I can't imagine how many Wilson autograph, so the Wilson Pro Staff autograph, 97 square inch, 340 grams is just like unmovable. That's professional weight with a small head. Most players don't even use 97. I would say. But yeah, there you go. Some people just want to be like Roger, so I don't know. Definitely a challenge, I would say. That man could play with a stick and he wouldn't have a problem. And now the rest of us, I mean, even if you give Nadal a 97 square inch, see where that racket ends up. in the bushes somewhere. That man needs the ball to grip. And when I say so a little bit of racket info here. The bigger the head size, the more power and spin. The smaller the head size, the less power and spin, but the more control. So, yeah. When you go into string gauges, so in other words, string thicknesses, it's annoying. There's like a microscopic, I don't even know what it is, fray. And what was I saying? So the thinner the string, the more power, feel, touch, and spin you'll have. Downfall, if you hit a good ball, you'll break very quickly or frequently. The thicker the string, of course, the more durable, the less feel, touch, power, and spin, and the tension drop is much higher with thicker strings. So typically your 120s, 125s. I guess there's Solinco that has a 115 somewhere roaming around there as well. Most people don't use it. If you're going to use a 115 and you don't break frequently, do yourself a favor and just use a multi-filament string. Much more feel, touch, and power. But obviously the thinner the gauge, the nicer it is as well. So once you get into the 115s, 110s, I don't even know if 110 really exists for tennis anymore. 115 for sure. Yeah, it's not necessary. This is 125s, both 125s. Natural gut Babolat VS Touch, beautiful, beautiful Babolat. Natural gut, as I've been praising a little while ago. Wow, 11:07 p.m. Yeah, the weaves are getting tough. And you guys can see I'm doing the actual opposite of what I normally do, and holding the string up. With natural gut, the string, especially a poly, will be very like sticky, I guess you could say. So when I'm pulling the string, there's barely any movement. So just out of habit, I always push it up like that, but try to remember there's no need, because it doesn't really go anywhere. This is the Kirschbaum. What is it? Throwing the package away. The Kirschbaum competition. Kirschbaum competition. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm not wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, should I say. Kirschbaum was the pioneer of the polyester strings, not the monofilament, which they have plenty of now. But I'm almost certain they were the first. At least the first big company. I don't know if there's anybody roaming around, smaller string company. Okay, I will no longer string one in front, now just one by one, because I didn't leave myself. I'm so used to just leave myself enough, which I could have afforded to leave myself plenty more because there was lots left still from the reel. The set of strings, should I say. Thing is, the more string you leave as well, the more you have to pull. So at the same time, it gives you more work. So that's the reason behind that habit. Right, 20% more on your last horizontal or cross string. 20% on all finishing knots, guys. Used to be 15. Now they say 20, which makes sense. Okay, it's all done. Parnell knot, under, over, so that's a single simple knot, and then through the first one that I did, and back through this loop as well. Not through there, but through here. And then we're gonna pull that very first one we did. I could have. Anyway, I could have tightened that on the, just slightly further over, would have been no dramas. A lot of people like to tie their polys on the polys and natural guts on the natural guts. Like Mr. Federer, for example, that was one of his requests always, I believe. Anyway, guys, there you have it. Strings are looking pretty straight to me. Don't think I'll have to really do much here. I mean, I always fiddle around with them just out of habit, but maybe a few at the bottom here. That's about it. I'm happy with that. Sounds beautiful. Guys, there you have it. Babolat Strike. You tell me it's not the 97? Of course it is. Babolat Pure Strike 97, guys. Take care of yourselves. Hopefully these videos are helping you out a little bit. And all the best. Happy stringing, guys. Take care.